Hi, I'm Karan Thapar. Over the last few years, I hope you've been watching my program, The Interview on the Wire. During that period, I've interviewed doctors, politicians, businessmen, scientists, authors, and even the occasional Nobel laureate. For me, it's been exciting. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. But these, as you know, are tough times, and if this program is going to remain bold, independent, and sometimes even defiant, then I think we need your support. At the end of the day, it's a truism, but editorial independence is best defended by the viewers. So if you would like this program to remain the way it is, forthright, outspoken, and interesting, then would you consider supporting us? All you have to do is to click on the description at the bottom. But more than anything else, I hope you will continue to watch the interview. Your viewership means an awful lot to me. Hello and welcome to a special interview for The Wire. How worrying and serious is the situation in Punjab? And are we witnessing once again the emergence of a Khalistan spirit? Those are the two key critical issues that I shall raise today with someone whose understanding of Punjab and Sikh sentiment is unsurpassed. He's the president of the Shiromani Akali Dal and the former deputy chief minister of the state, Sukhbir Singh Badal. Mr. Badal, let's start with Amritpal Singh before we broaden our discussion. How concerning is it that 7 days have passed and the Punjab police have been searching for him but have been unable to find him? He has now crossed over into Haryana. Reports suggest he may even have gone to Uttarakhand. And the truth is, the Punjab police simply don't know where he is. So how much of a concern is this?
Regarding Amritpal, I think Government of India is the best person to answer about him, as well as Punjab government. First of all, if they had to catch him, why didn't they catch him in his house early in the morning? Everyone knew, police knew, everyone knew every night he goes back to his house. So if they had to catch him, they could have done it that time. But they didn't do that. So what is this game plan? Even everyone in Punjab is quite shocked at the game plan being played by Government of India and Government of Punjab.
Are you suggesting that in fact the Punjab police haven't thought through carefully what they are doing and how to do it, and therefore they don't have a strategy in plan?
It is a joint operation of Government of India. Basically, it's a Government of India controlling a puppet government in Punjab. So their whole operation, they are the best people to answer. Rather than, because there's a whole operation is theirs. For 6 months, nobody said anything. Suddenly one day you come do the operation. Normally what happens is when government wants to arrest somebody, they try to catch that guy in his house at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. That's a general practice. But here, they don't do that. So I think they are the best people to answer the question of yours.
On Tuesday, the Punjab and Haryana High Court raised critical questions, presumably to both governments, about this matter. Justice Shekhawat said, and I'm quoting him, "You have 80,000 cops. How did Amritpal Singh escape? How did he manage to flee despite your having all the information about him and such a heavy deployment of forces?" And quite clearly, Justice Shekhawat was suggesting incompetence on the part of the Punjab police, the Punjab government, and perhaps even the central government. And clearly, Justice Shekhawat by name spoke of intelligence failure. Do you agree with Justice Shekhawat's concerns?
See, do you know the feeling among people in Punjab is that maybe he's under arrest and he's being interrogated, and suddenly you'll hear somewhere near Nepal border after a few days that he was trying to escape. A typical police method that he's going to be about to escape and we caught him. That's a general impression in Punjab. And nobody knows because nobody believes the theory of the government. Every second day, they come out with a new photograph of his. It's like a Netflix series going on. that today is here, next day is here, or is it it looks like a pre-planned program launched by both the governments?
So if I understand correctly, you're saying that the people of Punjab are becoming suspicious of what the Punjab police are telling them, and secondly, they're losing confidence in the police as well because of this suspicion that's growing.
Yeah, that's true. Because, if he has to be arrested, they should come clearly. He's been arrested. Because why are they suspicious? Because if they had to arrest him, they could have easily arrested him in his house. Because he's not hiding. For the last 7 months, he's not hiding or anything. He used to go in the morning, come back to his house in the evening. And if you have to arrest him, everyone knew.
Let me pick up on what you're saying, because you said two very interesting things. Firstly, if they were serious about arresting Amritpal Singh, they should have done it early in the morning, around 3 or 4 from his house, because he goes back to his house in his village every day. If they didn't do that, it suggests that this is a facade they're putting up and they're not serious. But the second thing you said is that it's also possible they've already got him, but they're not revealing they've got him, and they're waiting to say that eventually they caught him at the border. You're saying both things together, aren't you?
Yes. Even Amritpal's father said the same thing. When the media asked him, went to his house, they said, if they had to arrest him, they should come in the morning. Every police knew, everyone knew, even his father saying the same thing.
So you're saying that either the Punjab police are incompetent and didn't know how to arrest him and when to arrest him, or they are not telling the truth. They've already got him, but for some reason they're hiding that fact.
See, Punjab police is not a new police. They've been in here, they fought a lot of battles. They know what they have to do. But in this case, it's very suspicious that if anybody they wanted to catch, any militant or any time, last 50 years you have seen, they normally attack his place when he's sleeping. Even if and that's the time nobody came. And that's exactly what Amritpal's father is saying. That why don't you come in the morning? Why are you playing this game?
I understand. Against this background, let's go back to February the 23rd when the Ajnala incident happened. I want to ask you how you view the police handling of that Ajnala incident on February the 23rd. Did they, in your eyes, show weakness because they failed to take firm action at the time? Or were they wise to be restrained because Amritpal Singh supporters were carrying the Guru Granth Sahib, and if they had acted, that could have created an inflammatory situation? Which of the two, wise restraint or weakness?
First of all, I want to tell you, Shiromani Akali Dal strongly condemned Amritpal action that day of taking Guru Granth Sahib as a shield to a police station. We strongly condemned it. This should not have happened. Secondly, government of Punjab knew he did not come to Ajnala from 5 kilometers away. He came from 100 kilometers away. 100 kilometers away he traveled. He had announced that he's going to come tomorrow at this and this time. What happened? They waited for him to reach the police station. These are a lot of questions being answered. What has happened last 6 months? What has been happening? There was a vandalism took place of a Gurdwara Sahib by supporters in Jalandhar. No case was registered. And here, police knew, he announced openly that tomorrow he is going to come at this and this time. And he was not stationed nearby. He was 100 and some kilometers away. He crossed so many towns. That time Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was not with him.
So once again, Mr. Badal, you're saying two very important things. Firstly, you're saying in February on the 23rd, when the Ajnala incident happened, he traveled 100 kilometers. Yes. He had announced he would be doing so. The Punjab police should have stopped him when the journey began, rather than wait till he got to Ajnala. But the second thing you're saying is over the last 6 months, there were several incidents that have happened, like the ransacking and the vandalizing of the Gurdwara in Jalandhar. Those were moments when they should have acted. So there is a history of the Punjab police failing to act.
Yes, because what happens is, when it happened in Jalandhar, the Gurdwara was vandalized. The Gurdwara committee and all the Gurdwaras of the city, their presidents got together and went to the police to file a complaint. Nothing happened.
So, in fact, the Punjab police has not just been incompetent, you're also almost suggesting there's a certain complicity on their part. They're actually allowing him to carry on.
You know what happens is people of Punjab are not sure what is happening. Normally, if anybody does anything wrong, police comes into action.
That hasn't happened here.
That's what I'm telling you. These are actual facts of the state.
Let me then ask you, how do you believe the people of Punjab, who you understand extremely well, view Amritpal Singh today? Do they see him as a hero because he has successfully eluded and evaded the police and in fact made a mockery of the police's efforts to arrest him? Or do they believe that because he's a man on the run, he's scared, he's failing to show the resolve and toughness that Sikhs usually are identified with? Which of the two, a hero or a weak man?
See, I want to say one thing. People of Punjab actually do not know about Amritpal Singh a lot, because he came 6 months back to 6 to 8 months back from Dubai. He comes here. See, as long as he's doing Amrit Prachar, people like it. As long as he's fighting against drugs, they like it. But I want to make one thing very clear to the public of India. Sikhs are being branded as Khalistanis. Every media channel, Khalistan. We are the most patriotic citizens of this nation. This is our country. We have sacrificed our lives for the independence of this country. If you look at the independence struggle, you look at how many people were hanged by the Britishers, 90% were Sikhs. How many people were put into Kala Pani in Andaman Nicobar Islands? 90% there are Sikhs. And during partition, people who suffered, their properties, lives, lakhs of people who died coming from Pakistan here were Sikhs. And till now,
can I ask you this? I'm hearing what you're saying about the central role that the Sikhs have played defending India in the army, fighting for India's independence against the British. In that background, let me ask you this. This is the second question I mentioned in my introduction. Is there a resurgence of the Khalistan sentiment taking place in Punjab? That is what large sections of the media, that is what many anchors on television, that is what many politicians are convinced of. But are they right or are they mistaken and wrong?
They are completely wrong. 99.999% of people of Punjab want peace, want the state of Punjab to progress, want a strong India. These are 0.1% of the people who are always trying to create problem. And if you look at it, Punjab, last 20 years, they have been very peaceful because my father, for last 20 years, worked very hard to bring about peace in the state. See, people of Punjab, like Sikh community, I'll tell you, talk about Sikh community. What is Sikh community? Gurus have taught us. One thing is Sarbat da Pala. Sikh community's basic principles are that you should look after everybody. Saran da Pala socho. Second, Sikh community is the most secular community. Our Guru Saban sacrificed his life for the survival of another religion. This is the examples.
Are you saying, Mr. Badal, that this fear or this worry that the Khalistan sentiment is growing and spreading is completely wrong? You don't see the Punjab people and Sikhs in particular getting swayed once again by Khalistan?
100%, I guarantee people of Punjab, of India, we are the most patriotic and we will sacrifice anything for the nation. But do not paint us as Khalistanis. The national media, if I've been watching for the last few days, Khalistani, Sikh, Khalistani, Sikh, Khalistani. When COVID was there, when Sikhs provided langar to everyone in the country, when governments failed, that time nobody said Khalistani.
Can I put this to you? In an article in today's Indian Express, Ajay Sahani, who is an expert both on militancy terror, has written to say that the media is exaggerating and building up this fear of Khalistan. It sounds as if you agree with Mr. Sani.
100%. There's nobody in Punjab wants Khalistan.
Okay, let's move beyond
a strong
Khalistan.
Punjab. We want a peaceful Punjab, a strong Punjab. People want to work hard and build the state.
Let's move beyond Khalistan. I'm coming back to Amritpal Singh, but in a slightly different way than I began. He is presenting himself as the face of Khalistan. He presents himself as Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala's successor. Not only does he attempt to dress like Bhindranwale, he's even trying to look like him. But the truth is, until Amritpal Singh returned to India in August from Dubai, he was a very different man. He had a cropped beard, he had cut his hair, he looked like a different person. More importantly, Amritpal is not a religious scholar, which Bhindranwale clearly was. Amritpal is a mechanical engineer. So do you think, even if this is his intention to try and arouse people in support of Khalistan, this man can be the face of a religious revival?
Karan, I want to ask you, how did he come to India? Why did he come to India? He came to India, was allowed to roam around, whatever he did, do whatever he wants. Nothing happened. Who is the person who can tell us the answers? Government of India. A person comes from a foreign country, comes to India, the visas are provided to him, the security people around him, the arms licenses are provided by Punjab government to him. He is given a free run to do whatever it is he wants to preach. See, as long as he is sticking to Amrit Prachar, very good. That everyone should be doing. As long as he's fighting against drugs, it's very good. We support. But other things which you were saying, everyone is confused. That a person comes from abroad, in 6 months, the whole thing is created. That government of India has to answer.
Let me put that to you, because you're hinting at something and I'll make it explicit. There is a view, and it's a view that perhaps is shared according to newspapers by many Aam Aadmi Party people, that there is more to Amritpal Singh than meets the eye. Just as Indira Gandhi, they say, propped up Bhindranwale in the early 80s to undermine the government in Chandigarh at the time, so it said the Modi government is building up Amritpal Singh both to undermine the Aam Aadmi Party and perhaps create grounds at some point for its dismissal, but also, and this is perhaps as important, also to play the role Pulwama played in 2014. Do you think that this theory is credible or is it fanciful?
See, what is the policy of Shiromani Akali Dal? Shiromani Akali Dal believes in communal harmony, that every community come together in Punjab. That's how Punjab will be a peaceful state. Other parties want to divide and rule. We can create that polarization. What is happening in India? Polarization. We are against polarization. Akali Dal is strongly against polarization. We want every religion, every person of every religion staying in this country. This is our country. It is not individual's country. This is our country, and we've been fighting for it, and we continue to fight for it. For us, Punjab and Akali Dal has been presented in a different phase. For us, I've been always saying that this is our country, and we want every community to be together. Other parties.
I understand that, Mr. Badal. I understand that.
Secondly,
I was elaborating on what you were suggesting. You were suspicious.
So I am telling you that. Now I'll show you a photograph on here on your paper. This is Mr. Kalsi, the chief advisor, financial advisor of Amritpal. Who is this person? An Aam Aadmi Party MLA. The closest guy to Arvind Kejriwal. And here I'll show you a photograph of a Khalistan convention in London. Who is this person speaking? Jarnail Singh, an Aam Aadmi Party person who died, Jarnail Singh Aam Aadmi Party MLA from Delhi. He's addressing a Khalistan convention in London. What are these games being played?
So can I interrupt and ask you? Can I interrupt? Are you suggesting that Jarnail Singh and the Aam Aadmi Party are somehow involved behind Amritpal?
No,
are you suggesting that the Aam Aadmi Party has created Amritpal?
No, I'm not saying he's created Amritpal. I'm just saying, what are these games being played in a peaceful state of Punjab? Why should Jarnail Singh go to a Aam Aadmi Party, Khalistan convention in London? What was his? Can any Indian go to a Khalistan convention?
Well, but just a moment. We don't have the answer to the question, why did Jarnail Singh go to a Khalistan convention in London? But that question is only pertinent if you're suggesting that somehow the Aam Aadmi Party is backing, supporting, and involved with Amritpal Singh. I'm asking you to clarify that suspicion you created.
If you look at it, you read the videos of all people in Punjab now. All are saying that we supported Aam Aadmi Party. What they have done today to Amritpal and everything, we apologize to people of Punjab. We voted for Aam Aadmi.
But the funny thing is,
what I'm trying to say is,
but Mr. Badal, on the one hand, you seem to be suggesting that people like Jarnail Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party are involved, somehow mixed up with Amritpal Singh. On the other hand, it's also true that the same Aam Aadmi Party government has now launched a hunt for the man. You don't launch a hunt for a man that you've created and supported.
So for 6 months, you create a fear psychosis in the state. For 6 months.
Okay.
I'm telling you, these are the questions which Government of India and Government of Punjab need to answer.
What about the question I put to you, which was part of an article in today's Business Standard written by Veer Sanghvi? He says some people are suggesting, it's only a suggestion, that in fact Amritpal Singh is being propped up by the Modi government, both to undermine the Aam Aadmi Party and create grounds for its dismissal, but also, and this is perhaps important, to play the role Pulwama played in 2014, i.e. a national security threat that would unite Hindus behind the Modi government. How do you respond to that theory, which Veer Sanghvi has written about in today's Business Standard?
See, I don't know. I cannot comment on facts which are not in my knowledge. But one thing I want to tell you, there is a fear psychosis being created in the country that, okay, Khalistan movement has picked up, only the present government of India can control it. And I think this is happening next to the elections. This is clearly a way of defaming one community and saying Khalistan. If you look at all national papers, they are saying Akali Dal is supporting Khalistanis. You know, Akali Dal is one party which has suffered the maximum. Our president Harchand Singh Longor was assassinated. Gurcharan Singh Thoda was assassinated. Our majority of our leaders have been assassinated. We have been fighting for the nation. We have been for everything. But something, it is an agenda being set up again for votes to defame the patriotic community. That's what I'm saying. I'm requesting the national media through you, stop defaming the Sikh community. We are the most. This is our nation, and we'll fight for the nation. We have given everything for this nation.
I understand. And I think that message that you've given through this interview to the national media, stop defaming the Sikh community, stop accusing the Sikh community of being Khalistani, stop spreading the fear that the Khalistan movement is growing, because none of that is true. Let me ask you something else, because Punjab is a state that has several broad problems that it faces sadly today. It has a drugs problem, it has an unemployment problem, it has a fairly long-standing farmers issue crisis, and of course there is Pakistan across the border, frequently sending in drones, carrying weapons and arms. Against that background, that cumulative background of problems, how much of an additional problem is Amritpal Singh and Waris Punjab? Or do you believe Waris Punjab does not add to the problems Punjab already faces? It's insignificant.
See, Punjab is a border state, a sensitive state. It is just attached to Pakistan in the sense of the border. It is easiest for Pakistan to disturb the state because in Jammu Kashmir, there's a huge military presence. But all the games being played, you know something, But the government of India, the games they're playing are playing which are trying to irritate the majority Sikh community in the state. For example, I'll give you an example. Our Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee is a 102 years old committee. Even Britishers were forced to make this. And suddenly government of India now has broken this into two. It is our internal Sikh management committee. What has government of India got to do with this? Now what has happened is, now government of India has taken over the Sikh body of in Delhi. That is an elected body of the Sikh community, Delhi Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee. They are trying to create defections. What I'm saying, these are the things, Sikh community does not like interference from other people in their internal affairs.
So if I understand you correctly, you're saying one of the biggest problems Punjab faces today is what you allege, is the interference by the central government into Sikh matters, Sikh issues, particularly interference
These are internal religious. Yeah, it is internal. It is an internal religious matter of the community, which we try to solve within ourselves. Governments have got no role. Now, what happened in Haryana? As in a Sikh community, we elect our MLAs, which are called a Sikh parliament. Haryana, what they did is, Haryana government nominated all RSS people in the committee.
Let's not, Mr. Badal, veer off into that, because that's a different subject. I take your point. I take your point that in this volatile, troubled, tense situation, the games, because that's the word you called it, the games the central government is playing are, you allege, adding fuel to fire. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is a peaceful state. This is a peaceful state. We are nationalists. Please do not brand us as anti-national. Secondly, please do not interfere in our religious matters.
We're coming to the end of this interview. I want to ask you two more questions. In interviews that Amritpal Singh has given television channels, which was quoted at length by the Hindu newspaper on the 4th of March, he has quite clearly said that if the BJP can promote Hindutva, he has a right to talk about and promote Khalistan. Do you worry and fear that the BJP's stress on Hindu revival is creating the opportunity and perhaps even the justification for a Khalistan revival? Do you worry that whether this revival happens through Amritpal or someone else, what the BJP is doing in Delhi is dangerous because others will attempt to do it in Punjab?
Yes, clearly, BJP, what it's doing is which is bad for the nation. This nation is not of only one community, Hindu religion. This nation is of everybody. In the Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, everyone, this is our nation. You cannot say that this is our nation and everyone, you are part of it. No, all of us are equal partners in it. So, you know something, when we talk about nation, nation is built up of people, not a section. And this is very strongly believed that these type of things, by again and again saying Hindutva, Hindutva, is a wrong message to other communities. You're trying to send a sense of insecurity to other communities, which is strongly condemnable. This is everyone's nation. We are equal partners. There's nothing known as majority or minority. We are all equal partners, and we all have and participated in this development of this nation.
My last question, Mr. Badal, and this time I'm talking about how you think Sikh institutions like the SGPC or credible, well-known Sikh individuals should respond. Should we be hearing more voices distancing themselves from Amritpal Singh, criticizing what he's been doing, criticizing his attempt to revive Khalistan? Because if the answer is yes, these voices should be speaking, how do you respond to the fact that they're not speaking?
Because, first of all, every person should be criticizing government of India and government of Punjab for creating a situation what is created. They should be criticizing government of India. A person who nobody knows comes from Dubai, comes here, and whatever he does. Then suddenly you want everyone to, it is a responsibility. We don't know who he is. I do not know him. I do not know. Nobody in the Punjab knows his background. But yes, what he did for Amrit Prachar was good. What he did for
But can I say
Dal,
one thing?
yes, but
Mr. Badal, can I say one thing? Many people hearing you when you say everyone should be criticizing both the BJP government in Delhi and the Aam Aadmi Party government in Chandigarh will say, there Mr. Badal is speaking like an opposition politician.
No, I'm not
Why not also say that individual Sikh institutions and well-known Sikh individuals must also stand up and speak out against Amritpal and what he's doing to revive the Khalistan sentiment?
And through you, through your channel, through media, I'm saying, we Sikhs do not want Khalistan. Shiromani Akali Dal is a regional party. We represent the feelings of Sikhs. Sikhs want a strong, peaceful nation. We want a strong Punjab. We want peace in Punjab. People of Punjab have suffered a lot. But again and again, when media keeps on portraying Sikhs, that is in a wrong spirit.
Okay.
It's a wrong spirit. So don't put the blame on the Sikh community. If one person of a community says something wrong, doesn't mean that all communities like that. There's a fad in the media just to get TRPs. They'll pick up one thing and brand the whole community on that same line.
I take your point. Don't blame the Sikh community for whatever false errors and problems one man, Amritpal Singh, is creating. That's what you're saying.
If he's broken the law, he should face the consequences. Anybody who breaks the law in this country has to face consequences. But doesn't mean if one person breaks, you try to get after the rest of the country, rest of the community.
Mr. Badal, that is very clear indeed. I'll repeat it one more time for the audience because I think that is the key core message you're sending. Do not blame the entire Sikh community. Do not accuse Sikhs of becoming Khalistani because one man, Amritpal Singh, is doing something wrong, reprehensible, and against the law. Do not blame the rest of the Sikhs because of one man. That's a clear message. I think it's been loudly and forcefully heard. I thank you for this interview. Take care. Stay safe.
Hi, I'm Karan Thapar. Over the last few years, I hope you've been watching my program, The Interview on the Wire. During that period, I've interviewed doctors, politicians, businessmen, scientists, authors, and even the occasional Nobel laureate. For me, it's been exciting. I hope it's been enjoyable for you. But these, as you know, are tough times, and if this program is going to remain bold, independent, and sometimes even defiant, then I think we need your support. At the end of the day, it's a truism, but editorial independence is best defended by the viewers. So if you would like this program to remain the way it is, forthright, outspoken, and interesting, then would you consider supporting us? All you have to do is to click on the description at the bottom. But more than anything else, I hope you will continue to watch The Interview. Your viewership means an awful lot to me.